Hi, I'm Brianna Motzkis.
And I'm Tracy Cole.
And today is our Sunday box opening. Alrighty, so Tracy's my first show and tell. Space. I know, right?
I like it.
In our new space. So directly across from us is actually where Mom and I did Fabric Chat, and then when we just swiveled the camera, this is what you see. So our back door, you can see a little bit of the window there. And then we'll try to change out this little cutesy stuff every now and again. But
are you going to tell them what's there?
Yeah, I think I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
And make you guys ponder it. Really get intrigued. So I'll try to change it out. I know Mom has an idea and a thought, so maybe she'll watch this one and maybe she'll like it too. I decided to put there. But just fun things. I think that are things maybe we talked about on Wednesday's Fabric Chat, or things maybe we're going to talk about later, or seasonally. I put some seasonally stuff up there. And then for Mom, I know they are in Malaysia. They will board the ship. Friday they boarded.
Okay.
They boarded the ship. So I know in the end of this video, I'll have some footage of what they're up to. Nice. So I know Mom texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning, her time in Malaysia. They were already up and looking for something to do. So I'm not sure how her jet lag is going to go.
It's going to be wicked.
Which makes it like 11 o'clock, 11-ish. Our time is 3 a.m.
on
her side. Tomorrow.
So we were on Friday when she texted, but it was Saturday morning for her. So, oh my gosh.
It's great. I don't know.
That's
awesome. Crazy.
Better her than me. Although, I mean, you know, with the dogs, I've been keeping some strange hours.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Lizzie probably isn't into the rhythm yet.
Well, they're doing okay. It's just weirdly, she wanted to get up in the middle of the night last night, and I thought that was kind of out of character for her. But I think she's just really sad this time. She really misses you, Cindy. And Brian probably too.
She's a little mopey, but
she's doing okay. It was just weird. I heard her wake up. I heard the nails.
Yeah.
And so I followed her, and she said, "Hey, let's go outside." So we did. All right.
So we're just hanging out. All right.
What do we have here?
This is an E.E. Shank box. I do have another little one. Yeah, and I think they're heavy, so I believe this is fabric, not notions, but you never know. And boxes have started coming in again after all of the ice storms. Poor Elliot, our FedEx driver, his truck was packed.
It was so full.
So bad. He didn't even have a helper or anything. So
he really could have used
our guys are working hard out there trying to get our packages to us.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, floral. Oh, look at this one.
That's really cool.
Jason Yanter.
That is feel like an old-fashioned tablecloth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I really like that.
Especially with that pretty gingham on there.
Yeah.
That's
really cool.
Really pretty.
Oh, floral.
Oh, and the black and white is it too. It's called decoupage. So some really good black and white. Some floral.
How fun that is to bring that. I love that. Oh my gosh. Butterflies.
Oh, and a hummingbird.
Hummingbirds. Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, wow.
I like that a lot.
Gorgeous.
I'll just hand them to you.
All right, we're going to get these out. Look at those roses. We're going to get these out. I'm going to open up that little box, see what else is trapped in that one. We'll take plastic off, and then we'll zoom in. Oh, with some patterns.
Oh, neat.
Love it. Oh, it says Chip Around the World. So I'll show you. This one's hard to see with all of the floral prints, but you know, it's that doing a Bargello technique without having all of those different strips. So it's not going to necessarily do all the wavy business a Bargello does, but it's the same kind of technique, but a whole lot more simple. So if you're someone who has had a Bargello on your list, but you're still a little nervous, start with the Trip Around the World.
It's daunting. I mean, I really love the
and it's all one size square, one size strips.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then that border fabric does all that amazing work for you.
Super nice.
All right, we'll get all the plastic off.
Okay.
All right, so it's super, super pretty. We also found in the box a panel. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I didn't think about that, but this is a 45-inch square. So what it is it's this same little, you know, if you can see this quadrant, and just twist it across. So it's essentially almost like the border print that's moved around it. To make this really cool, it could be a tablecloth. You could cut it up, turn it into anything you want, make a whole cloth quilt really fast, and just hang it on your wall. It is beautiful.
Really
or just start
pretty.
it as a panel and work around it. Put a few more borders, add a border print, have this beautiful just black and white floral
I can't
piece.
remember. Somebody was wanting a
Hummingbirds.
panel with a hummingbird.
Yeah. Yeah. And hummingbirds, I think this is the only thing we have that has hummingbirds on it. Which is beautiful.
Really
That's
pretty.
the only bird that's on here is hummingbirds. It's hummingbirds and
there's
flowers.
like some kind of a...
Is that some sort of a
That's
sparrow
a
in there?
different... Yeah, I can't...
Oh, maybe he is. And then, yeah, there's that
Yeah.
little baby wings.
There's two beautiful birds on here.
The beautiful.
Gorgeous.
All right, and then I'll step around and I'll show you your pieces. Okay, and here it all is. It's beautiful, bright, clear colors. Super pretty. So we're going to start from this end, and we'll show you. I can't really see that bottom one.
How about if I hold it up?
Perfect. So that's the very first one. That is just black on white and just really small fern greenery is all that one is. Very pretty.
Beautiful white on black.
And then that one is just... Yeah, I'm going to stick that one up just a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm going to have to figure out my camera positioning for this new spot, you guys. It's almost, the countertop's almost too tall for me. So again, white background with just black floral texture. Really, really cool. Little butterflies.
Sweet.
Yeah, very pretty.
Is that good? Can you see it well enough?
Yeah. There we go.
Maybe I'll
Super cool. That's really pretty.
Ugh. I love this one. Oh my gosh.
I love the black and white against some of those
flowers.
vibrant colors.
Roses, irises, moms. This has a lot of hummingbirds on it. I really like that. Oh,
And
so
the floral escapes or whatever that Jason Yenta puts out. I'm going to stick that also up in the What's New. So if you want to add some color with not as many floral pieces in it, that's going to have a lot of really good color that might just have petal textures that would go beautifully with this collection. But I don't remember what it's called exactly, but I'll stick it up in the What's New section for you guys so you can, if you have that collection, this will go beautifully with it. Or if you want to add some other textures to go with it. And this one's just dense and beautiful and...
Yeah, more
birds, yeah.
hummingbirds, it looks like mainly. But the colors are really gorgeous.
Yeah. And it's all on a bright white background. And those forget-me-nots?
I was thinking, but the way that they come off with this stamen, I don't think they are. Because they're like little baby clusters, but there's this weird, like little bell shape. You see that end? I don't think they are, but I can't think of what they are, except for very pretty.
Beautiful.
So, the roses are gorgeous. Those are really pretty. And some pond
lily pads, love that.
I don't know what those are. Do you?
I don't know.
But I like the color, the kind of purple and peachy, and
yeah,
I really don't know what they are. Irises.
Some irises.
We like those. They grow really well here, don't they?
Oh my gosh, they are so happy here. And I love them so much because they don't care if I irregularly water them.
Yeah.
They can be watered a lot or a little bit, and I'll still get something out of it.
I like things that are forgiving, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
I'm not sure what those are either. They're almost bell-shaped. They don't look really like a daffodil, and I don't know. Cross between a daisy and a daffodil. I don't know. They're a hybrid.
It's a hybrid. There you go. I'm not sure what these are. It kind of looks lilac-y, but they look like they're long.
Yeah, they're...
This is a long stem of prettiness.
Here we go. The little asters, I think.
Beautiful.
We love it. And then here.
And the border print. Yeah, well, unroll that just a little bit.
How's that?
So again, Jason Yenter does the perfect 10-inch border, so you're going to get 4 stripes out of here. So if you need to do a border print, you want to do one of those easy miter table
upside
runners.
down, don't I?
It's okay though, we can still see it.
It's upside down pretty and right side up pretty.
So beautiful. So you get everything in there, plus that really beautiful just black and white gingham, some solid black. And if I have any black and white gingham that will look good with this collection, I will put it in there for you. I have to say I don't think that I have any black and white gingham. that is gonna
It's really pretty.
match as well. But all right, we're gonna get this out of the way, and then we've got some QT boxes. And I noticed I didn't show the pattern again for you guys. So again, just a trip around the world. All those little squares mixed in there. We'll cut.
Kind of appropriate
how
for
many
the trip at hand.
I know, right? I know. So we're gonna cut a few kits of these. So if it's something that is on your list to make, it's gorgeous. It uses a little bit of everybody on here. So the quilt finishes at 88 by 94, and you'll have everything in here, including that border print. It takes 2/3 of a yard of all of those floral bits. Takes a little bit more of the black toile. Oh, because you used him a couple times. He's inside and he's also at that back corner piece. And then 3 yards of the border print, of course. And then you'll need a yard for binding and looks like 8.5 yards for backing. So we're going to cut a few of these kits, or you can get just the pattern. I'll also have the picture of the back of the pattern in case you want to do your own thing or if you missed kits.
That's a different pattern.
I found a different one.
Ooh, that's for
look at this one.
Panel.
So this is the trip quilt.
Oh,
boom.
I think I'm in love with this one.
This one. The decoupage panel quilt. Look at that. So I took the panel, that humongous 45 on corner, did 9 patches of the black and white pieces, used that really cool floral piece to put it on point, used of course the border print. They also, if you notice, reversed that border print. So see how this border print is, it's the black that's along the quilt, so the floral is going out. This one, the floral is coming in. See how cool that is?
Same size
so
as
neat.
the other? Or?
So same size, a little bit longer. It's 86 by 103. So it's going to take 1 panel, 1.5 yards of this all over piece. That's going to be your setting triangles. 2.5 yards of some black and white. So it's a little bigger yardages. So you'll definitely want to see the back of the pattern. I'll cut a few of these kits for you. I love this one.
I love this too.
This one is gorgeous. So
yeah,
cool
I like
way.
the other one too, but this one really grabs me. Wow,
So
that's
yeah,
so pretty.
stunning. And just look how cool it is to reverse that pattern. Instead of using it traditionally where we put, you know, the straight edges along our pieced part, they switched it so the flowers are falling into the quilt. So super cool. So 2 fantastic patterns to go with decoupage. Woo. So thought I'd show you those and find something along the way.
Nice.
Okay, so there's that.
Okay.
All right, and then cute. I'm gonna put this one back in the bag so I don't lose a page.
Sounds like a good plan.
And then we will get into this QT box.
Down.
Perfect.
Shelf it. Okay.
All right.
Drum roll, please.
Ooh.
Right away, we've got.
Oh, there's another box.
Ooh, this is.
I don't think that's airplanes. Is
Airplanes. Oh my gosh, these are very cool.
Look how cool that is.
Oh, Lisa, this little. Are you watching this? Woo! Whoops, sorry. I'm under attack by the planes.
And I feel like this is like the only thing of real airplanes we have in the store. I mean, really.
Yeah, real.
I don't have airplanes. I don't really have trains.
Nope.
Hot air balloons is cool. Kind of steampunky. You could put some of those steampunk pieces with it.
Absolutely.
Like
these are more stamps in color.
Oh, colored. Look how cool that is.
Oh, here you go. Here's some more planes.
Oh, man. When we were in, was it Hood River?
Yeah, Hood
River has the airplane museum.
The Air and Auto Museum.
Oh my gosh, we went in that one, and that one's fantastic. We were not there long enough. I want to try to convince Robert's Uncle Tom to go there. We might have to kidnap him, or I don't know, adult nap him, because he doesn't like to go that far from home, and then we'd probably have to spend the night. But I think he would just be lost in there and totally in love.
Just
all right. So this collection is called what's it called? Flying High. Super, super cool. Love it. Super neat. So we're going to take all the plastic off so we can show you up close. I'm going to check out the panel. My assumption is this panel is going to be running yardage. So if you just want to do a really fast whole cloth quilt, I think this panel will be something you can do. So I'll be right back. Flying High is quite stunning for a plain enthusiast.
Just
really the appreciation.
Don't they look like watercolor almost? Yeah. And then like the paint has dribbled.
It is so
really
pretty.
Amazing.
If I can separate it here. Maybe. Jeez Louise. Because you're all watching me. All right, so there is no line, which is super cool. So a panel repeat, is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll get 20 squares.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So here's part of it. I'll kind of slowly rotate it. But yeah, everyone is so pretty. I love that kind of rusty patina kind of a color story they have going on.
It's really,
but yeah, so you can have
pretty.
20 blocks, and that's one panel. So I'll be selling it as eaches, but if you get 2, you'll have 40 running. So whether you're going to cut it apart later or just put a really cool piece of something on the back to make a fun cuddle quilt for somebody, you could easily do that.
Just, I forget what the measurements are for Stars and Stripes, but you could do something like that with it if you just...
You definitely could.
More around the edges?
Yeah, so I think the center squares are like 10 or 10.5 inches. So you could take your favorite 14, you only need 14 airplanes, and then you would need to put a little border around them. There's a perfect dark blue sky or a blueprint that's dark blue that would be gorgeous to put around those to frame your pieces to get them to that 10.5 inch square. And then you need 5 2/3 yard cuts to do your stripes, or get a little mixture of everything and intermix your favorite 7 colors. It wouldn't matter.
And then my other question, are these too big? And I can't think of your diamonds.
The diamond one, the horse, it might be only because if you use like this one, so this is another piece.
Ooh.
So you could use this one for double diamond, I think is what it's called, where you could make this your diamond diagonal piece and then put your strips around it. This would be perfect for double diamonds. This would work for Hope Floats. So Hope Floats is there's the center and then you've got strips that come around it. The only thing you might have to do, because I think it's like a 4.5 inch center, maybe a 5 inch center, you might have to cut out this little bit of color right here and use just the airplane piece. But that is something that you can make. There's lots of options. I'll go ahead and throw those patterns. So Hope Floats, double diamond, Stars and Stripes, I'll stick those patterns in the collection for you. So if you're looking for some inspiration, maybe you'll find it with that. So we'll show you. So there's the panel. The all over with that really rustic, it's the globe, it's the world map, and some compass is what that texture is in the background, which is super
I love
cool.
that.
And this piece is directional. The next one I have, I'll just show you from this way, the hot air balloons. Also a directional piece, but super cool. So I like the colors. They're a little more rusty. The colors kind of that they're using, a little more less faded, but I feel like it'd be a really cool to use with those steampunk pieces that Dan Morris has done in the past. I think these would look fantastic. So I've got the cream beige background or this beautiful royal blue background. Just stunning. That probably got all fuzzy. Sorry about that. Then we've got blueprints. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of a creamy, it's a texture, kind of a beige texture with that royal blue blueprint on top. Same print in this dark blue. This is a fantastic piece. I think this will be one of the first pieces gone. It is just gorgeous. Even if you want a really cool textured dark blue background, having this all chopped up into little pieces would still make a really cool texture even though it's plain blueprints. And then 2 skies. So a blue kind of a cloudy sky and a dark kind of stormy night sky. The propellers. So a mix of 4 to create that really cool pattern. I really like this. On that really pretty beige background or more of a light blue. Oh, that's not even light. This is definitely a medium blue. So if we put it next to like this one here, you'll see. Definitely different. More of a denim blue. Then, let me shoot these. The planes, of course you saw those. The stamps. Equally fantastic. So these are all different shades of blue. Light, medium, that denim blue, the really dark royal blue. Fantastic. This one is not directional. These stamps twist and turn all which way It is awesome. Fantastic. So in blue and beiges, again, a really cool background cut up into making for, gosh, anything, whether it's going to be a block of the month kind of a background, log cabin, anything. I just think it's a really cool piece that would add some dimension to your background. And then the multicolored, equal, I love it. I'm not sure which one is my favorite of these three. I think it's great. So that is, what did we say? Flying High. It is super cool. So again, I'll have everything linked below, and also in the What's New section of the website, fabricpatch.net. And then I have got one more QT box to open, and I think it's owls. Okay, another QT box. Again, I think it's owls.
Who?
I think it's right. And I love owls. Y'all know that.
Yeah. Okay. But I know you don't like birds, but what's your take on hummingbirds?
Indifferent. I don't know.
You take one of these. They're so damn cute.
They are cute.
They're just like owls. You know, they're cute in a different way.
Maybe, yeah. I think they are cute.
Isn't it impressive? I mean, the way they have to fly and the energy that they burn, and
it is impressive.
It's, you know, pretty amazing. These are really cool.
I do appreciate seeing them. Definitely more than a barn swallow or a sparrow or even those cute robins.
Yeah, but you know, think about these little teeny tiny birds and this crazy weather that we've had.
Oh, yeah, I do think about it.
And they manage to stay warm. And
yeah, it makes me wonder where they are, because my trees can't be that. I mean, I have two really tall like arborvitaes that are by the side of our house that are probably the most protected from wind, snow, the density of their leaves, and then I've got the large willow tree and then the poplars, but the poplars are windbreak, and so they've had better days. So I'm not, I mean, there must not be being safe in my house. And I also have
look, we've
tons.
got one more airplane stuck in with the owls.
Is this one bigger?
I don't think so. I think it's the same.
Different color?
Just different. The one is black and that one's the white.
The cream one? Yeah, I think you're right. So one more owl from one more airplane from Flying High.
Owl plane.
So yeah, I believe she's right. The sashing is different. So the sashing and the one I showed you before was black.
Yeah.
And this one is cream.
Actually, it's navy blue.
Oh, navy blue. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, I thought it was black too, but it's just navy.
So two styles.
Cool.
Exactly the same. Just sashing different.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very good. All right.
Cool. All right, these are cool. Is that a peacock? Is it supposed to be a peacock?
No, this one bird I'm not really crazy about.
They're mean. So we have on the highway heading into Ephrata, there are 3 that this Hispanic family has, and they roost in the tree that's next to the. They are huge. Like, it looks like this huge vulture, you know, roosting in this tree. And
their call is so
screechy.
Like, help!
Yeah, it's that good. And I don't know why they're always so close to the highway. They perch on this tree that's dead, that's right next to the highway, but I don't know.
They're interesting and beautiful.
But it's almost like this could also be like a mirror image thing, like looking through a prism kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool owls. Love it. Fantastic. And there's a panel. All right, we'll take the plastic off and we'll show you close.
Sounds good.
Mystic Owls is what this is called, and they are small lines. So QT puts out pretty small lines. I don't think I've ever had really anything more than 12. You know, maybe 12 on a panel, but they're all very small collection, which I like. I feel like it's a little more easier for me to decide.
Yeah.
I mean, with the 22-piece collection that we usually get from Moda, it's all lovely, but how do you decide, ooh, I only need, 12 yards of fabric to make the pattern I want. Which one am I going to choose? And which arm am I going to leave in my shelf to pet for later? And I feel like QT kind of takes some of that mystery out, where you can really get a yard of everybody, 2 yards of your biggest print, maybe the panel to go along with it, and you can make something gorgeous without leaving anybody behind. and having any of that.
That's a good point, especially for somebody like me that every now and then thinks they're going to make something. And it does. It's overwhelming to look at a lot of different fabrics because they'll start. Well, but what about?
But what if I want to go this route?
Yeah. So it is nice.
They do a good job. The other thing that's really nice, I think, about QT, or at least Dan Morris, some of these the more popular designers, but I feel like a lot of the bright, intense stuff looks really good with In the Beginning stuff with Jason Yenter's collections. So you could, like, this one makes me think of this really fiery, leafy one. Some of Jason Yenter's oranges that are marbly and bright and intense would look perfect with this one. If you wanted to add a little bit more texture or more color, you could do it. So that's kind of cool too, is I think they're very buildable with stuff you have in your stash and maybe stuff that you purchase with it that may not go with it. I feel like there's a lot to go with it. So the first thing I've got is, of course, the panel. Ooh. So the panel is the same as the airplane. So it's 20 squares.
Wow.
The only thing that's different is these don't have their own little border in them. These are so cool.
That's really cool. Very...
Yeah, I don't even know how...
mystical, very Celtic and...
Right?
And
look at all those colors.
And it's
whether
really
you
cool.
want to go more purples, more golds, more jewel tones, more fall. I mean, you could really go any route you wanted to. So these are... Do I have a ruler over here? Oh, sorry, Lizzie. Let me see. So this bad boy, he is 7.5 by 7.5. So these are 7.5 inch squares. Fantastic.
That's
so again,
really cool.
Also no line. Lizzie's snuggling in your beanbag. Can you see Harper over in the bottom corner? I'm gonna take a little poor little Lizzie.
I was gonna wait for you first.
Okay, so owls on black.
Sweet.
Gorgeous. All right. And then a beautiful border print, something that the airplanes didn't have. Is this right side? No.
Wow. Pretty.
Look how pretty that is. And it's really versatile. Whether you want to do a big 10-inch border or a few little 5-inch ones, you can really decide what you want to do and how you want to use that stripe.
I like that.
Whether you want to cut apart like those little medallions, look how cute that would be for like little cornerstones. You could cut those out.
I love this.
I think that's so cool.
That is really neat.
I'm going to run
use it for a strap, like do a strap
for a bag.
strap.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
that would even
I
be
like that
really
a lot.
cool. Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna go around and zoom in. I don't know. You guys, let me know what you thought was better, with me holding it up or going straight down on it. I don't know. And I don't know with in this particular area if it works. So let me know what works better, this or the coming down with it. I know sometimes being back behind the camera, I can ensure you're going to get the more true to color because I can adjust that with the camera, and maybe more clarity with the actual image. But in the comments, tell me what you like. Over the top with the camera or just holding it up.
Okay.
And then I'll try to do that for you. All right, yep. So we'll start with this one. So this is the one that I thought looked like a peacock.
They do.
He kind of does, but it looks like if you were to look it in like into a mirror, it does that mirror effect to it. Because, again, I mean, it could be a peacock, but I'm not sure what a peacock and an owl have to do with together. I don't know. So you've got that really cool on black, and this one is black. Super black, and then you've got it on a kind of an off-white.
Off-white, I'd say too.
It's not really cream, not really beige, but it's definitely not white.
And also...
Ooh, and then that really pretty kind of periwinkle. It's almost gives off more purple.
Like purple and royal blue.
Yeah.
Almost.
Really cool. And then owls in their little globes.
I like those too. Those are fun.
So cool. And in black. And in that really cool purpley blue. And it's looking blue through the camera, but it really is. It
does
really
have
is
purple to it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting.
I love that marbly look.
Yeah.
How cool. I don't know if I would have originally thought to add a marble texture to owls, but
yeah.
I love the texture. It gives that all those depths to like a feather almost.
Ooh, this is so pretty too.
And the aqua.
And then the beautiful leaves.
Love those.
And tealy.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right, while I was moving boxes around because UPS showed up, I found another QT box. Inside, there was another owl panel.
That's funny.
So I've got the black sashing or white sashing.
That's good.
And oh, there's a whole other one. Wait, there's another one.
Oh,
look at that. Okay, so these are full owls.
Oh my gosh.
So the repeat is 4 owls. So they must be, and that's a yard. So these must be like 16 by 20 maybe, 16 by 18. But you've got 4 owls.
These are for the planes.
For the plane. Oh, and then those owls.
Oh my gosh. Those are
so there
pretty.
is no line, so you could continue to have it go across if you want to, but one repeat is the 4 owls.
I'm just looking at the front of this one,
Isn't
and
it
is it like, you know, that is just wings, that thing that makes it look like a peacock? These
it is
beautiful
wings.
wings, and they're just kind of
Flown around each other.
yeah, that is beautiful. Wow, those are so pretty. Look at how ornate the wings are.
Oh,
It's gorgeous.
love that. There is also a pattern to go with our owls. So it looks like you're doing one of each panel. You're going to do a panel of the large owls and a panel of the smaller owls. Again, you choose if you want to do it in the cream or the black. Of course, it will change what this little sashing piece is in there, whether it's cream or black. But super
Amazing.
cool. And then some of the bigger chunks, depending on what you really want to show off in there. And there are 3 sizes. Looks like in here there's a 55 by 75 inch quilt, 61 by 75, or a 67 by 75. So all of those things can happen. You can also, of course, add more borders, make that sashing a little bit thicker, whatever you want. But beautiful. Love
Really
that.
beautiful.
So again, you can get the pattern, and then I'll also make sure there's a picture of the back of the pattern for you, so you can make sure you get the appropriate yardage that you need to make your own.
Super cool.
Super cool. All right, what else is in there?
Surprise.
Oh, for flying high,
For flying high.
the airplanes, I've got fat quarter bundles. So this is of just the textures. There is no panel in here. So there are just 12 fat quarters to go along with a panel print if you'd like to. 10-inch squares of your flying high collection. The collection is small, so you're going to have 2s and 3s of the fabric, but who cares? It's still going to look stunning and fantastic. So 10-inch squares, 42 pieces, and also a pattern. So the pattern consists of, let me take it out of the plastic for you. It's easier to see. It's called Wing It. It's 56 by 56. It takes a panel piece. Again, you can choose, it looks like they're using a tad bit of whatever that little sashing piece is to make whatever that square size is from the picture. But you need the panel, some background, and some pieces to make those flying geese units, which is fantastic. Love it.
Love that.
Super cute. Would really be a kind of a beginner friendly thing to start if you wanted to try something different. And really good instructions and illustrations. So really, really cool. All right, well, that was a good box to find.
Yeah.
So, probably short and sweet. I don't know, again, how long this took. But we did the, gosh, what was the? Decoupage. Yes, decoupage, black, white, bright floral, Jason Yenter. Gorgeous. Again, I'm going to stick up his other floral one. Florographics 3 or something is what it's called. I'll stick that in the What's New section in case you want to add a little bit more floral or maybe more color, less flower. I know his Florographics is going to have a little bit more texture to it than just all of our florals. And then airplanes flying high, and the owls, which is majestic owls. Super
Beautiful.
full. Fantastic. And then let's go. I'll go before we end. I'll tell you if you want to stick around to see what's behind us. And then also at the very end, we'll do a snippet of what Mom's doing in Malaysia, getting on the cruise. I don't know what she's doing. Let's start here. The quilts I have here, this is the Simply Charming quilt. This is using the 5-inch squares and a background. I think it's a yard of an accent piece. It can be a white, a background color, or it can just be an accent color if you want your quilt to be more pink or green or blue. So this is Simply Charming. This one is not, is this one stacks?
It's the one.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'll put the text in. I think this one stacks.
You can look.
I know it's a mini pattern. Super cool. We've got a little 4-patch with a border, a 2.5-inch border around it. So this one works really well with 2.5-inch mini squares and 2.5-inch strips. Or again, when we did this one, we did it out of, I think, our 11-inch strips. And then we cut everything into 2.5-inch strips and then cut it down. So making your mixed 4 patches. And, oh, yeah, it is stacks?
Yeah.
Okay. And then bordering it with something and then doing all that. This is also the same kind of one that Denise did. So last Sunday's box opening, I think, we showed a black and white one that was made. Right. It was also stacks, but she did solid 5-inch squares in here instead of a 4-patch in the center. And the stacks pattern gives you both varieties, whether you're going to make a 4-patch and what you need to know, or if you're going to do 5-inch squares and what you need to know. All right, there's that. The kits, so this is Cupid's Arrow. This is a Riley Blake bench pillow kit. Everything's in it. So you may have, if you watched Wednesday's box opening, you noticed that I was surprised by a door banner of the month kit. So apparently it went so well with the bench pillows that Riley Blake went ahead and did door banners, which are super cool. They're like 20 by 30, something like that.
Really cute.
Really cute. And again, they're 2 months ahead, essentially, so that you have plenty of time to make the sample and hang it when it's due to be hung. I don't know why I can't get this piece of paper off. But anyways, what this is, when you get the wrapper off, my goodness.
That's funny. It is.
Hey, I can't. I don't know. They make these in-house at Riley Blake, so they're all a kit. All of your fabric is in here to make it. Your pattern is in here. All you need is the backing. So whether you want to make an actual bench pillow or a wall hanging, a table runner, whatever. You can do that. Or maybe
if you just like the way it looks in the box.
Yeah. Jeez, really Louise. On there. And then the box is really cute. Each month is actually a different color, but there's a little magnetic clip and it comes off. But it's super
really
cute. I don't know. I got nothing.
Banana.
It was so pretty sitting there. Now it's all wonkadoodle. Celebrate with Hershey's. So I've got a few more of the 5-inch squares of just kisses in purple, lavender, pink, and a little bit of silver metallic. If you want to gift somebody kisses without giving them chocolate, in case someone's New Year's resolution is to eat less chocolate, give up sugar, you can give them fabric instead. And then I think this is the last kisses kit that we have. This is the quilt that it will make. So it's a big panel with some borders in it. So your kit has everything you need. This is that cool oh, you got it. This is the cool magnetic Riley Blake boxes. That lip is magnetic. And then when you open up, you have everything you need in it.
I need directions on how to open it.
You gotta find the secret lip. But yeah, so this is the Cupid's Arrow bench pillow. So again, it will magnetize closed for you. And in there you have your full colored pattern and all of your fabric to make the top of your bench pillow. Or runner, or whatever you want to do.
Too.
The boxes are fantastic.
Great.
Yeah,
nice
the boxes are great.
Use after you make your bench pillow.
And then this is just, I think you guys have seen this, mini Poppins bag. This is out of some really cool Cape fabric.
Do we have that?
Ooh, I don't know if I have this particular
there's so
one.
many beautiful.
So many to choose from. And we are trying really hard to, we already have a lot of Auntie's 2 patterns and samples made here in the shop. We're trying to get them on board for a trunk show for the bag retreat, which leads me into...
Wow, that'll be great.
I know, I'm super excited. We're trying. They don't, if you watched Wednesday's Fabric Chat, you know 2 things. One, that we did decide to do a second bag retreat. And those, we've let those people who are on the wait list know to sign up if they wanted to, and they signed up for if they wanted to take those dates. It is now open for open registration. So if you are somebody who wants to do the bag retreat with us here in Ephrata, we are doing it. It's essentially Father's Day weekend. It's like the 11th. It's right after the first bag retreat. The very next weekend is the second bag retreat. I think it's the 11th to like the 16th. Mm-hmm. So again, Wednesday's the travel day. All of the instruction is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Go home, Sunday, and we're doing, again, trying to get aunties to get some more bags from them. We're of course going to do by Annie, Pink Sand Beach. We might do a few more, but for sure those are the top 3 that we really want. It sounds like by Annie and Pink Sand Beach are all for it, so we're super excited about that. But each day we will do a new small bag that features a new technique, and you'll have there will be a kit cost because each class will have its own kit. So you'll have the whatever fabric you need. It's going to be pretty basic, pretty neutral, so you can jazz it up with thread from your quilting, jazz it up with trims, whatever you want to make it a little more you, but generic for everyone to kind of enjoy it. And hopefully you learn something, and we'll have the D-rings, if there's a D-ring or a snap or something, all of that will be in your kit, so you don't have to worry about bringing stuff from home or making it to the shop in time to do the class. It's all going to be there. And then you'll have the rest of that day to work on a bag of whatever you choose. It doesn't have to do anything with the demo we did. You don't even have to do the demo with us. If you feel like, nope, I brought this tote with me, I'm going to finish it before I leave, and I don't care how long it takes me. And you can take the other stuff home with you with the pattern. But that is, I'll have it in the description below linked, or just go to the retreats tab on the website. Sign up for that if you want to attend a retreat. That was impromptu, but super fun. So
great.
Mary Poppins bag. This is just something fun. I mean, you know, easy piecing grid is all the rage at the moment here at the shop. This is just the Quilts for Kid books. Any panel that makes a really fun designs for a little helper to make something, or someone little in your life who might like it. These are the 2 samples that we have made using the 1/2 inch finished.
That's amazing.
So these are just little, and this is of course like a quarter. So if you grab 1 panel of the 1/2 inch finished, so it means you're starting with a 1 inch square, a quarter of it, you'll be able to make 4 of these little mug rugs out of it. But making little plus signs. This one I just did something super random and didn't really care, but just something fun and different. So whether it's a pincushion or a mug rug, or you're doing something different, super cute. Just some other ideas there. On this side, I just got some batiks. So whether it's a Bolly Pop, if you want strips, these are some, I think the newest ones, Aurora, the Breeze dots, and then a fat quarter bundle of the Breeze, the Meadow in dots. So just different shades of green and blue. A little bit of cream and tan in there. It's fat quarters. It Takes Two. A fantastic book to gift, or if you like to do simple little projects, or you're going to go and spend some time with somebody but want to take your sewing machine and something small, grab this book and a few fat quarters. Everything in here, there are probably a dozen projects in here that only take 2 fat quarters. So they're really fun, gifty ideas that are in here. But again, just a tiny little bit of fabric and 1 book and a sewing machine, and you'll have plenty to do. And then of course we sell so many of them because of our little froggy friend. So again, he takes 2 fat quarters to make, because you get a fat quarter for his tummy and a fat quarter for the top. Or we really like the top pieced. Use some of those scraps out of the quilt you just made, so you can gift the quilt and, you know, a little cozy buddy. Whether you want to put, you know, rice in it and maybe omit the eye, so it's something you can pop in the freezer or pop in the microwave for like a little boo-boo frog. Or little plastic ice. Something that's not going to react to anything get super steamy and actually like make a little hole on their owie. Yeah. So something fun. But the frog is really the reason we sell so many of the It Takes Two book. And then this is a 45 quilt pattern. Super fast. It takes I think like 3/4 of a yard of like 5 pieces, and you just use your regular 6x24 inch ruler and do some 45-degree cuts and sew it all together. So some of those big pieces you just don't want to cut up. You really just want to use all those pieces. It's really meant for those really big prints that you don't want to chop. And there's 2 styles in the pattern. It's essentially 2, where you can do small cuts, or you can do a lot larger cuts where you see this fabric a whole lot more. So there's that, and then there's even when you are done sewing all of these together. How many? 5? 5? I think it's 5 pieces at 3/4 of a yard.
That's really fun.
And then you also have a bonus pattern in the back to use all of those squares that you cut off, essentially. So you'll have a little bit of waste essentially to use up, and there's a bonus pattern in here to be able to use all those scraps up to make a secondary quilt. A little bit smaller because we're starting with smaller pieces, but fun for someone little. And then I used also some of my leftovers as a piece binding, so my binding changes. I thought it was fun, and I like a good scrappy binding too. And then just some other quilts. Can you see these ones? You really can't. That's the X's and O's from Fabric Chat. This is Mom's Beeline for Baby. She still didn't get it quilted. if you know.
It's okay.
But she's here. I mean, to show off. So Beeline for Baby. This one's queen size. In her video, it's called The Quickest Fat Quarter Quilt or something. She talks about how to make it queen size. I believe a fat quarter will make 3 blocks. So depending on how many blocks you need, divide that by 3, and that's how many fat quarters you're going to need. But she tells that in the video, so watch that to make sure I'm not giving you the wrong information. And then you can decide how many fat quarters you need to make a queen size. Put a border on it. Super pretty. I do not have any of this fabric left. It is super old. It's something from Clothworks. So don't ask. I don't have it. I don't have it. Metro rings, using the So Kinda Wonderful ruler.
Oh, that's pretty.
We've shown that before. So if you want to make a really, really fast, oh my gosh, I just lost it.
Wedding ring?
Wedding ring quilt. This is a super fast way to make it. This one's just an old quilt of mine. We did have it hanging here in the shop above the 30
really
stuff, but we've redone. I don't know if you can see it super well. It's really light pastel florals. It's all scrappy florals. I did a scrappy churn dash block and then a
Holly Hobby? No.
Jane. Is she a Susie Sue? You know. What is she?
Mary Sunshine. I don't know. I was thinking she was
Sunbonnet Sue. It says right there. Oh, it's labeled Sunbonnet Sue.
Oh, how about that?
And a little Sunbonnet Sue, and just scrappy and fun. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
And then this is a super old. This is like the very first.
I don't think I've ever seen
Stack and Whack I ever did. I did it with Thelma.
Neat.
And so it's just been sitting here. So again, Stack and Whack. On point.
Well, I heard so many stories about Thelma. So she would pick a real zinger. Did she pick a zinger fabric in here for you?
No.
You go your mom always says you wouldn't think that it would work, but
yeah,
she
so good. It was probably this minty green. Knowing me, I picked a beautiful pale blush pink, and my guess is Thelma said no. You're not using that. And I bet Thelma talked me into this green because I would not pick green. To put with it. This purple lavender, of course. This blush purple hydrangea texture, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then this last border, this was what the fabric was before I stack and whacked it.
Oh, that is really fun.
And then the mint. So my zinger, I'm quite sure that will make me green. All right, and that's what's behind me. So I will try to switch this up every box opening, but I don't know. You know me. So we will see what Mama's doing at the end here, and then we will see you for Fabric Chat. Tracy's going to be with us for Fabric Chat because we're going to talk about her retreat.
Yeah.
For Fabric Chat Wednesday morning.
Yeah, I'll bring a couple things to show. And
we're excited. Yeah. All right. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.
Captain's log, cruise date January 27th. I know that because we lost January 25th somewhere over the Pacific. Now, I'm not too worried about that because I understand we will, in exchange for January 25th, we will receive 2 February 9ths. So we got that to look forward to. So we are here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. Today we get picked up and we get taken to the cruise ship. I'll give you a little tour of the cruise ship when we get there. Right now it is 5:30 in the morning over here. It's still dark, or else I would show you outside. It's not at all what you think. I mean, it's a huge metropolitan, massive, tall buildings. We are on the 26th floor here. Really nice. We get a tour of the city today on our way to the cruise ship, so I'll maybe get some pictures of that. So far what's happened is I've met most of the people. I haven't seen everybody. We were all kind of coming in at different times, but we did make it here. It was kind of fun. Almost didn't, traveling with Pa, you know. So although it wasn't his fault, it was totally my fault, 100% my fault. This is what happened. So we left Seattle at 9 o'clock, flew for about an hour into Vancouver, Canada, had a little bit of a tiny little layover, and then flew for 12 hours into Taipei, Taiwan, where we would have a fairly short 90-minute layover and then catch a 5-hour flight into Kuala Lumpur. So everything is fine. The flight was great. Food was, you know, good. Interesting little side story is that I wasn't watching movies. I was working on a stitching project and a book, but the person next to me was watching something called, I think it was called Django, D-J-A-N-G-O, Unchained. Gory. I'm just gonna say, ouch. I don't know what that movie, I mean, I kind of know what that movie was about. It was like a black cowboy who was vengeance on the world. So, ew. Just be careful. And also, another little side note, I finished September House. It was a comedy. I wonder if I'm missing something. I thought it was hilarious until kind of the end when stuff started to kind of go down a little bit, and then it was pretty gory. And then I looked back, and it is listed as a thriller and horror. So I'm not sure if I missed something, but 3/4 of the book I thought was pretty funny, and I feel like I'm going to be judged for that. So anyway, I know for a fact Brianna is reading it, so Bri, I can't wait to hear what you think. And for the last 2 chapters, I'm sorry. Anyway, so on the flight, we get to Taipei, and we get off of the plane, and we're in like Concourse D or whatever, and there's a sign that says you go left for arrivals and right for transfers. So that was pretty easy. So we of course went right for transfers. We go over, we find what everybody does when you travel, right, is you find the largest reader board you can find, and you look for your flight. And I see Kuala Lumpur, gate A3. And I thought, okay, got it, Kuala Lumpur, A3. Off we go. 45-minute trek. I wish I could insert a map of the Taipei airport. Massive. So we go, we follow the signs, follow everything. We don't stop anywhere because we know we don't have much time. We walk. And Brian and I walk fairly fast, and we don't mind walking. We'd been sitting for 12 hours. It was all great. Off we go. Finally, we get to A3. And as we come up to A3, we see Kuala Lumpur boarding at 8:30. And I thought, well, that's weird because my ticket says boarding at 6:30. And at this point, it is 6 o'clock. And so I go up to the first desk, the first guy, and I said, hey, you know, mine says that we board at 6:30. This says 8:30. Am I in the right place? And he just kind of looks at me and goes, yeah, sit. And I thought, I'm not sure that you really answered my question, and I'm not sure that it's right because everything is in like 5 languages. I can read very little of it. And so I thought, I just not sure that that's quite right. So I walk over to the next desk over, and there's this woman over there, and I said, you know, can I just ask you a question? So I asked her the same question. I said, you know, my ticket says that we board at 6:30, and this says boarding at 8:30, and I can't quite tell. And I was kind of excited because it was Batik Airlines. And I thought, oh, how appropriate that we're flying on Batik Airlines. She says to me, no. This is not the right flight to Kuala Lumpur. You are on flight, I don't know what she said, something. And she says, and let me look. So she, taps on her thing, and she says, oh, no. That is at gate C5R. And then she looks at me and gives me this kind of like almost terrified look. And she looks at it and she says, that is on the other side of the airport. And I said, yeah, we just came from there. And she said, you must hurry. And I said, okay, got it. So off we go. And I said, so back, tell Pa, it's like, who would have thought that there would be multiple flights on multiple airlines to Kuala Lumpur? Everyone would think that. Everyone would think that, except for me. So I don't know what I was thinking. Wasn't thinking. So off we go, you know, retracing our steps, you know, and we can walk fast. I actually can walk faster than Dad, even though his legs are longer. But I think it's those, you know, years working in the hospital, you know, I could walk as fast as some people can run. So we made it back. Halfway, we're almost there. And all of a sudden we screech to a halt because I see, guess who? Aaron and Stephanie. We have a picture. I don't know if Brianna is capable of inserting the picture, but I'm going to send the picture. And Aaron and Stephanie. Aaron is our Hoffman rep and his wife Stephanie, and they are coming on the trip with us. He's going to do a little talk about how batiks are made. Hoffman has sent some swag bag stuff for them. And then, of course, we're doing the Hoffman tour in Bali. So anyway, it's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And they go, oh my gosh, we were down at C5F to board the plane to Kuala Lumpur, and we have to go to A3. And I said, oh, you better get going because although it doesn't board till 8:30, so you're probably okay, but it's a long ways from here. So anyway, gave a big hug, snapped a little photo, and off we go. So again, we're like booking it to make it. And the only thing not the only thing I'm thinking, but one of the things I'm thinking is I'm a sweaty mess. It is hot here and it's humid here. I'm going to say it's not any different from Louisiana, but you know, a lot of humidity. You can see, I think my hair is already starting to revolt a little bit. I do have one more straight day, but it's not going to last for long. But anyway, sweaty mess. Sweaty anyway, booking it through the airport, sitting on a plane for, I mean, at this point we'd put in 13 and a half hours of flight and I don't know, a day. So fairly gross. And I thought, well, that's okay. I won't see anybody. It'll be all right. You know, everybody's going to be in the same boat as us. We turn around the corner, we come in, kind of find where we're at. First person I see is Randy Johnson. And then I see Nancy Toussaint, and then I see Cindy Keel. And anyway, there's 13 of us that are all on the same flight. So it was a smelly mess, but good to see them. So anyway, so we see our people, we hook up with them, make it on the flight, all is well. Anyway, that's about it. So far we've made it here. We're all good. We all sat and kind of had dinner last night, and the exchange rate is really good. So the hotel, I don't know if I can show you much to show you the hotel room. Oh, sorry, bed's unmade, but that's what happens. But really nice hotel room. And in American dollars, this is like $46 a night. So really good exchange rate. I can see why people, you know, that retire just go hang out someplace exotic for 2 months and, you know, vacation. So anyway, all right, that's it. I was just giving you a quick little hello, and we will show you a little bit of Kuala Lumpur, and I'll give you a tour of the boat. And tonight we're having a little welcome thing for everybody, and we'll do a group photo, and we'll send that also. So love you, miss you. See you later.